everybody, this is Jahaila Casas, and today we're gonna be doing squid dissection. So it's not my first time dissecting since we already dissected a preserved pig heart back in the elementary. So I'm quite familiar with the do's and don'ts of dissecting. But before we start dissecting, so we need to take some safety measures. So I have here my gloves, my lab gown, and of course, we need our dissecting tools. So I have here scissor or surgical scissor, blade handle, but I'm using this to point the external and internal structure of the squid, and the forceps, lastly the surgical blade. But in using this, just be careful because you might cut your fingers or the skin in your finger. So squid belongs to phylum Mollusca, class Cephalopoda. So cephalopods means head food. So to start with, let's first discuss or identify the directionality of the squid. This is the anterior region of the squid, the arm side, right here. And the other end here is the posterior region. And this surface here, the one that you see right now, this darker side, is the dorsal region. And the one with the presence of siphon, the one which is pointing into the ocean, is the ventral region. So one of the reasons why squid is classified as cephalopods is because their head, which is right here, and their foot or modified foot, which is the arms and the tentacle, are all attached as one unit. Now, let us discuss the external part of the squid. So, these two triangular structures are called fins here, and these are used for gentle control swimming. This thick structure I'm pointing, this is the mantle, this big thing in the center that I'll be cutting open to see the internal parts of the squid, and it is responsible for regulating and making water current for the gills inside. As you can see, the skin has a lot of tiny little dots, and those are called chromatophores, a pigmented cells which is responsible for the color changes that squids perform to match their environment. This is the siphon. As you can see, this is where the water and ink gets out. Right here is the head. And the long ones you see here, this is the tentacle. And the short ones you see here is the arms of the squid. So as we all know, squids have 8 arms, and it has a suction cups in the entire lining of the arm. Every single one of these suction cups has a chitinous teeth in the whole entire lining of the arm. So you have 2 eyes. One is right here, and another one is right here. Here. So now, let's cut the mantle to see the internal structure of the squid. So here we go. Let's squeeze it like this so we can cut it properly. So let's cut it up to the end point. Now, here we have the internal structure of the squid. This dark region here is the ink sac. So as we all know, squids eject ink. So this is where the ink is produced. And at the end, there's a little funnel that enables the ink to release here in the siphon. So these two structures I'm pointing, these are the gills. So as we all know, gills and lungs are used for breathing oxygen and getting rid of carbon dioxide. So this is the digestive gland. This is the intestine. And this is the stomach of the squid, right here. These are the nidamental glands, these two, and these are responsible for the secretion of egg cases or egg covering of egg masses. Basically, squids have 3 hearts. So this little lobe right here, this pinkish one, and another one right here, are the bronchial heart. So this heart that are closer to the gills is responsible for pumping blood to and from the gills. And this systemic heart is responsible for pumping blood throughout the body of the squid. So this long whitish structure here is a cecum. So cecum produces different digestive enzymes. So now I'm going to show you how to remove the pig. So let's cut the side around the mouth using these scissors. Then just a little squeeze. And there it goes. Alright, so this is the first beak. As you can see. Then the second beak. So there it goes. Oh. Here. The second beak. Then now let's try to get the pen here without breaking it. Now let's get the surgical blade here. So now I'm using the surgical blade and the blade handle. So let's cut each side. Ooh, it's very sharp. Ooh. Let's pull it. Let's try to pull it. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. It's not working. So let me cut on the other side. There it goes. Okay. Ooh. So let's pull it. Slowly. Oh, here's the pen. Now let's try to get the lens.
Oh, here it goes. So this is the eyeballs and this is the lens. As you can see it here in the center, that is the lens.
That's all for Squid dissection. I hope you learned something. Thank you!